On to you, Sagittarius out here. So if I'm sweaty and breathing hard, it's because I just finished working out. But listen, you Sagittarius have the King of Swords, the Six of Wands. This is about how you Sagittarius. There's a newfound level of wisdom that a lot of you Sagittarius have attained when it comes to, sorry about that, when it comes to finding someone that you are actually compatible with. The Six of Wands speaks to how you have to understand if you have similar value systems with them. What are the things that you Sagittarius actually value that they tend to actually have in common? It's not, you know what I mean? It's not just going to go a relationship. A relationship is not just going to happen just because of the fact that you and this person happen to actually get along, right? Romantically, if you know what I mean, right? There has to be other parts at play, because we've seen what happens when a person or people put so much of an emphasis on physical attraction. It doesn't work out. It doesn't work out. It's dysfunctional. You know, the two of them are at each other's necks. So a lot of you Sagittarius are understanding that your compatibility, this is what I keep saying, your compatibility goes deeper than just physical needs, right? And this is why this is what one side, when it comes to dating, is talking about. People tend to make seriously powerful, impactful decisions about who they're going to be with based upon a few seconds of seeing them and making strong decisions. And then on the other hand, the other side is talking about, well, can you blame us if we want what we want? And the answer to that is yes, we can, because we actually can, because what that one side finds attractive is incorrect. Not because I'm saying that, but because it doesn't work. Like, you can't base your whole the smorgasbord of your whole attraction, keys, your attraction lights, basically, based upon as soon as you see the person. Because like I said before, there's two main forms of attraction. There is attraction when you first see somebody, and there's attraction when you get to know them and you develop that deeper sense of attraction. What I'm trying to tell you, Sagittarius, is a lot of you are starting to understand yourselves to not be so attracted initially. Yeah, you can be attracted and everything like that, but you still have to get to know the person beneath the initial attraction. And this is what is more important than the initial attraction, because the Hanged Man now represents because what happens is that once you because see, here's the thing, right? Let me give y'all some game. When you meet somebody based upon initial attraction, it's depending on the person, you may not be able to get yourself out of whatever form of attraction that actually is when you first initially met them with. So specifically, what you Sagittarius have been learning, you can't just go ahead and speak to people based upon your immediate romantic attraction and then now want a relationship right after that. Rarely do you actually get a person that will first meet you on some roll of the hay, no real strings attached, short-term attraction, not really being here for a profound time, right? Deep, meaningful time, just here for a good time. It depends on the person, but most people don't operate on that level. And you Sagittarius are learning that, a person who sees you has to meet you more than just initially because you Sagittarius look good. I know a lot of you Sagittarius off camera. A lot of you look good. But the thing is, right? You know, a lot of y'all look good. You know what I'm saying? You know, you know, I am who I am at the end of the day. Anyway, but the point that I'm trying to make here is this is problematic, because do they want you, Sagittarius, because y'all look good, or is it that they want you, Sagittarius, because you look good, but you also have these other traits that they like too, that they want to stick around, they want to see more of, they want to get to know you, they like what you got going on. You see, that's the catch-22. And see, you Sagittarius are coming to some of the same conclusions of that too. That attraction has way more to do than just only looks. This is what the Pop the Balloon show is about. It's to show predominantly the people who are on the show specifically, but more so the people who are watching, who gets the idea, because most people don't get the idea. Stuff fly over their head. That attraction is not built that way. If you want attraction based upon attraction for long-term part of a relationship, it's not going to work out if you just immediately rush to thing. So same thing when it comes to another person. Why that's important is because the Four of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. I had to talk about that because these are some secrets that a lot of people are just not talking about. They're still only, they just now starting to actually get to the real crux of it, that it's the goodness that turns off some people. It's the goodness that turns off some people. It's the goodness. Now they have to get to the deeper crux. Let's see if they get to it, the deeper crust of it, to where they start to understand, again, Four of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. It has to be deeper than just physical attraction. It takes time. It's like for any of you Hispanic people out there, y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. It's like pernil, right? Takes time. Look, wherever you come from on the planet, whatever language you speak, think about your country's best representing food dish and think about how much time that takes. Right? Now think about relationships like that. When you make it well, amazing, right? But it takes time. Same thing when it comes to relationships. You got people out here who are not satisfied, if you know what I mean. That takes time. If you want that I've done research on this. I know what I'm talking about. That takes time. And it takes a relationship in order to get that O. I'm talking about the real O. I'm talking about the O that'll have your legs shaking. It takes time. You got to build a relationship with somebody, which then requires trust. Today's world, Four Wands, you don't have that. You have a lot of people breaking up their relationships, breaking up their bonds, their unions. So this is what a lot of you Sagittarius understand that you need to have. It's going to take a long time, and you're right. Then you have the Six of Pentacles. It takes two. It takes two people being proactive and interactive in the relationship. It's not just about one person being lackadaisical, not just physically, but being slow mentally as well. And just being an innocent bystander in their own relationship. It takes, and it's not, and people keep talking about this, it's not transactional. Because what does, and again, I hope YouTube don't hit me for this, but I have to talk about this. What does a child give to its parents? Doesn't give anything. So y'all come talking over here with this transaction, I'm gonna block you from the channel. No exceptions. True love is not a transaction, because The child does not have to give anything to a good parent, and that good parent loves that child regardless. Any good parent loves that child regardless. Does that child give the parent money? Does that child? The child wants to give the parent money and takes care of the parent based upon the fact that the bond between the child and the parent or parents they have. But it's not transactional, because if the parent created a transactional relationship with that child, do you think that that child will grow up to be a successful contributing member of society that specifically wants to give back to the parent? Absolutely not. That child would do everything within that budding adult life that they have to get away from that parent. So love is not a transaction. So don't come here now that we're building on something with your agent provocateur self. Come in here talking this nonsense. I'm gonna block you from the channel. I'm gonna block you from the channel because I'm building on something here. So, because every time we talk about 50-50, every time we start getting into real deal answers, you always got some goofball showing up here talking this nonsense. Not having it. You will get blocked. No exception to that. So try me if you want to, but you're making a mistake. The Seven of Pentacles and the Hierophant right here represents how, because so what happens is that you, Sagittarius, yet again, you're making these connections. It's not only does it take time, not only does it take a relationship where both of them have to be proactive in each other's lives. They have to be quick on their feet. They have to be thinking. It's not one person being lackadaisical and doing everything while the other person is sluggish and dragging self. You know, the Seven of Pentacles, it takes investing. It takes time to build said relationship, like growing a plant. And the thing is that the Hierophant represents, but see, this type of wisdom, a lot of people have not attained. You, again, you Sagittarius, and a lot of you people who've been here, you Sagittarius, and a lot of you people who've been here on the channel, you are ahead of the curve. You are ahead of the curve. So the thing is that the Page of Swords right here represents how, and you Sagittarius are not going to allow somebody to come in and be transactional with you. But what I'm saying here is, so far, to kind of give you an understanding of what you Sagittarius are experiencing. You Sagittarius are experiencing a brand new level of understanding. You're understanding the mysteries of life, the things that are so primordial that it cannot be denied, right? You can't, like for instance, you can't pray away desires. You can't do that. You can't pray away. If you condition yourself to do that, your health will go bad. All the proof, I got all the proof to prove it. So you have to learn how to actually point it in a direction. You're not going to be able to get rid of your desires. Can't do it. These are facts. These are reality. These are fixed points in time that a person cannot erase. You see all these people trying to, oh, what about, such and such, trying to condition you and all this other type of nonsense. This is why relationships don't work. So the Page of Wands represents, because you're learning these facts, you're learning that a transactional relationship is not for you. Because like the example that I gave earlier, does a child have to give anything to its parent or parents that loves the child? No, it doesn't. What does that child give to its parent besides love? That child comes up, eats all that food in that refrigerator, and y'all who are parents, y'all know what I'm talking about. Child begs you for new shoes, new clothes, new this, new that. And yet you give it to that child. Why do you give it to that child? Why don't you just give it up? Because you love that child too. And that child gives you love. Otherwise, if everything is transactional, How is that parent being paid back? Oh, well, some of you weirdos, right? The weirdos will say, oh, well, the child is, the child is going to pay back the parent. That doesn't, no, that's not a guarantee. There's plenty of football players and ex-football players who have had horrible, horrendous parents or step parents or whatever. That was like, I'm cool off that. I'm trying to get away. How you explain that? Because if it was transactional then like that, then it would mean that no matter what, the child would be indebted to the parents, correct? Regardless of if that child reaches a certain age and feels spiteful against said guardian or parent. So you Sagittarius are understanding what love is. And the two of the lovers, you have the lovers and the Seven of Wands. This is a new deck. So, okay. So these two cards right here speak to how, and since that's the case, a lot of you Sagittarius are understanding that you're becoming a lot more empowered because of it. Love will do some strange things to people. The Seven of Wands speaks to how you stand tall. You're a lot more brave now because you Sagittarius understand that you're going to come correct. And like I've been talking about, but now you understand it on another level. If a person comes to you incorrect, that's their problem. Because you're coming at them correctly. So what are they afraid of that would have them scared? That would have them not want to date. Because it's the goodness that turns them off. The love is what turns them off. Now you have to, then the next question is, what type of a person is turned off by sincerity? What type of a person is turned off by love? Person in the lost value system. So let's clarify the lovers. The Hanged Man, which you already have. The Justice. The Six of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and the Chariot card to clarify the lovers. The Hanged Man, the Justice, you Sagittarius have found a lot more endurance. You're willing to go through the difficulties. You're willing to maintain the strong, sturdy stance of even if things fail, where a person shows you that they're not the one, you're willing to try again. Interesting. Very admirable. The Six of Wands and the Six of Pentacles represents because to you, love means that much. It's starting to get to a point where love means that much. And that the Chariot represents how but it's going to take time. And you also understand that a lot of people are out here broken. So the fakes are not going to last a very long time anyway. But that's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K subs. Working hard to do so too. And I'm not complaining. I enjoy making these readings. I enjoy connecting with y'all, all of that good stuff. Whenever it is that I get a chance to say thank you, and I remember, right, because I got things going on. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, and please come through, get a reading, get the merchandise, right, get the hoodie, right. If it, like I said, when it starts getting colder, I'm gonna go ahead and rock the hoodies. You may even see me with a couple of Kareemspiritworks shirts. I'm gonna go ahead and try to. I like fitted. t-shirts. This is what I'm wearing. I'm wearing a fitted t-shirt right here. So I don't really like my clothes to like really like hang, you know what I mean? Where it's like I'm like my arms and my body is in this pool of fabric. But if the shirt is fitted, I'll let you know. I know for a fact that my hoodies are fitted because I have one from my own clothing line. It's nice and fitted to your body. So go ahead and get that, and the books. A lot of energy put into those. Check it out. You know, a lot of information. If you need a little bit extra information, something that you think that I'm not talking about here, because I can't always talk every single thing that I would like to say here, then go ahead and get my book, or like I said, contact me for a personal reading. We'll chop it up there. But that's it. Peace.